Hey guys, Toby the Realtor. It's been a while. Obviously, it's been a while. My hair is longer. I have a beard. So what have I been up to? It's coming up next. Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for tuning in once again for Toby the Realtor. Real quick, I want to do a quick little recap of my first video because it's been such a long time. So what I want to do is do a little recap. My last video was just kind of a summary of where I'm at, what I'm doing, and where I want to go. Some people, my family, felt that it was too much information for just general public. But the truth is the reason I did that is because I wanted to share my personal journey with real estate and with you guys on what I'm doing. So, some of it, the financial side of things, that was where I'm at right now, and I'll explain that again later. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to show how either slowly or quickly, depending on your living situation and depending on how many deals you've done, how quickly you can either pay off debt or move towards an income house, which is like one of my goals. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. Other than that, it's a start of a new year. We are going to move forward. Learned a lot from last year when it comes to mailers and just promoting myself, and that's another reason why I'm here, is because I want to share that with everybody. So where am I at currently? Well, let's start off with, it's a new year, and everybody says new year, new me, but the truth is I've had these goals for a long time, but in the back of my head I've always felt, I've got to stay on top of the things or get on top of these things in order to become successful with what I'm doing. So where am I at currently? Well, I've started working out again regularly. Now a lot of people may think that well, what does that have to do with real estate? Well, it has a lot to do with real estate in my mind, because I've always had this feeling of healthy body, healthy mind. And the more physically healthy you are, the more mentally healthy you can be. And since I was a coach for so many years, it's just been part of my life. And when I don't work out on a regular basis, I can really feel it. And moving forward, I feel that with my clients, they can really tell, or it's the aura that you put out into the world. It's that personal self-worth that you can put out into the world. And if they feel that you don't value yourself as a person, then you probably don't value them as a client. So it's really deep, isn't it? But that's the idea, is healthy body, healthy mind, move forward in a positive way, and let's keep things rolling no matter what. So currently, as far as like my business is concerned, I still have a couple buyers looking. At the end of last year, I had multiple buyers and one seller. One of my couples found a house and they're happily living in it. And well, they're living in it and they're also refurbishing it, but it's just nothing but built-in equity by the time they get done. I had one house sell, so that was great. And then on top of that, I still have another couple that are still looking in the North Park area of San Diego. So we've been close on a couple and we've missed out on a couple because the market is what it is right now. So I have a referral, hopefully from another agent that will be coming in. It just depends on what's going on with the market, because she currently has renters in the unit and she's not going to kick them out because she's a nice person and because the eviction moratorium has been extended through the end of June. So if you'd like me to go into more detail on these things, please hit me up, throw a comment down there and let me know, and I can do more of a deep dive into a lot of these topics that I'm just kind of like breezing over right now. So I still have a couple leads that I need to follow up on. I'm working on my neighborhood and hopefully trying to find some more, stuff for sale. That's the thing is right now the market is a little bit tight because there's not a lot of inventory. So, we're trying to, as a real estate agent, you try to make as much business as you can, and that's the truth of it all. So we try to find business everywhere, and the truth is everybody knows like 12 real estate agents anyway. So our goal is to stay top of mind. So if you get a phone call from me, I'm just trying to stay top of mind. Actually, that's not true. If you get a phone call from me, it's probably because I just want to talk. Or if you want to talk to me, hey, hit me up. So those are some of the positives that I'm working with right now. Some of the negatives is I've been working on something that I learned about called time blocking, and that's where you have specific times during the day where you map out exactly what you're going to do. Now, a lot of people are like, well, that's just a schedule, but here's the difference is you work on something for a specific amount of time, and then if you don't get it done, you move on to the next thing anyway, because it's just a matter of like getting things done within that block of time. So I've made myself a schedule. I can share it with you guys if you'd like, but I need to reevaluate that schedule because moving on to the next point that I have is I'm splitting my time between two different things. So not only do I do real estate, but I do woodworking on the side. So what kind of woodworking, you ask? Good question. I do just hobbyist type woodworking, but I make skateboards. I just make stuff. The main thing is skateboards, and ironically enough, over the past year, that business has picked up a little bit. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link down below, and you guys can hit up the Instagram. It's at Toby Boards. I'm not creative with names, but for some reason, that's the thing that sticks. So, another thing when it comes to real estate that I need to be better at is actually making my phone calls. And one, because I really want to connect with people more on a personal level, but it's that top of mind thing. You have to stay top of mind with everybody that you know. And I'm a social person anyway, so this last year has been a little bit interesting. It's been different because I haven't been able to go out. I haven't been able to be out and be social. So it's been interesting, and sometimes I feel weird calling people because it's just like, hey, what are you calling me for? Because people either text or but it's getting better. But it's one of those awkward things that I just have to get over and start making more phone calls. Okay, let's jump into my financials. Where am I financially? Now let's start with the good. We'll go into the bad. So the good is I have roughly $6,000 in savings. I have roughly $9,000 in stocks. Now, when it comes to savings and stocks, let's break those down a little bit. Savings, I held onto my savings I held onto my commission from my last sale because I have to pay taxes for the year. I have a rough idea of what my taxes are going to be, but you never know what they end up at because this is my first time actually making money for real estate, and this is the first time actually paying taxes for real estate. So I'll probably fill everybody in when it comes down to that. Stocks. I have roughly $9,000 in stocks, and what I do with that is I've been slowly kind of buying in. I made some money throughout last year, but nothing crazy. I probably didn't make anything, but I felt like I did. But right now, I've been slowly kind of trickling in money on down days. So I buy on red days, and I just watch on green days, and it's so far it's paid off. So if you want to really learn about stocks and money, go watch a guy called Meet Kevin, and I'll totally give him a shout out because I've learned a lot from him, and he's like 28 years old, and I will learn from anybody as long as the knowledge is solid. So, debt. Here's an interesting thing. If you guys remember, I financed my car. Now, when I finance my car, I pay interest on that. I don't like to pay interest. I don't like to pay bills. Well, let me see. I don't like to pay bad bills like a car debt. So what I did was I paid off my car so I could have the title, but I paid off the car with a no interest bearing credit card because I'd rather pay no interest for a year than a car payment for the next few years. So one, it's motivation for me to get off my ass, work harder, so I can just pay it off sooner. And two, I get the title in my name. The car is solely owned by me, and now I just have to pay down debt in a different way. So not a big deal. The other debt that I have is the SBA loan that I took out in the middle of last year to go towards my business. Now I don't have to start paying on that one until March, and the payment's like 40 something bucks. So, but the truth is my goals are to get those things paid off. So if I really wanted to, I could liquidate everything and be net zero, like just no money at all, which would be great, except for, I kind of need to live. So that's kind of where I'm at with my finances, and there's going to be more to come, and hopefully more education to come with it from my point of view. Of course, I am not a finance major in any way, so take my advice with a grain of salt. So what is on the horizon for new videos and news? So what do I have coming up? Well, next video will more than likely be how do you become a real estate agent, because this is one of those things that a lot of people ask me, and I've been asked since I've been through it more recently, of how did I become a real estate agent. So that is going to be one of the next videos. Another one following that will be how do you pick your brokerage, because there's a lot to choose from, and I'm going to bring my manager in on that one. So we're going to have kind of a little roundtable discussion of his thoughts, my thoughts, break it down, go from there. Other videos that will be coming up are restaurant highlights. I want to highlight restaurants around the San Diego area. So I've already got one in mind for my first one, but I want to get your opinions on some other restaurants in the San Diego area. So if you have any ideas, or if you have a favorite restaurant that is still open and is still serving and has great food, then please let me know, because I want to highlight them on my page and on my YouTube page. I want to thank everybody for joining me on my second episode. I look forward to bringing you more content that can be entertaining and awesome. Other than that, let me know what you think in the comments. Do me a favor, hit subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Kevin, thank you. Here is a video just for you. No, don't say that.